Hey guys, so I thought I'd do like a story time type of video about me going into college. If you are watching this and you're not in the UK, college is probably very different. College is what we go to after we have finished year 11. So when we finish school when we're 16, 17, the next 2 years after that you can either go to sixth form or you can go to college. I picked college, so I thought I would tell you a little bit about it because it was very different to what I expected and it changed a lot of people's thoughts on college. So the first thing that I noticed was what people thought college was for. People in the UK think college is for people who are dumb and just can't get into sixth form, because the way you get into these sixth forms and colleges is by your grades. Like once you've done your exams and GCSEs, you either have to get like a certain amount of grades to get into like your lessons in sixth form, or you have to pass at least 5. You have to pass at least 5 of your subjects with a C and above if you want to do a level 3, or you can go into a level 2. But people just think it's for people who are dumb and they just can't get into sixth form, when it's not. A lot of people don't realise that some of the things at sixth form you can't do. Like if you wanted to get into a certain career, some of the lessons that some sixth forms would teach don't benefit you at all, and they just benefit like the certain amount of people. So that's one thing I noticed. And if you go to college, you can pick like a certain subject and just learn that, and you'll get the equivalent of 3 A-levels. Well, the one I'm doing, you get 3 A-levels after 2 years, and that's like similar to doing sixth form. So just letting people know sixth form is like for people who need those lessons. Otherwise, college is such a great thing, and I actually think you get a lot more help. So now that I've cleared that up, let's start with the story time. So at my college there is a lot of different courses that you can do, and it is one of the smallest in the UK, but it's one of the well-known ones. So there's 2, okay, let me just explain this. There is 2 different like colleges. This is going to be so confusing. There are 2 different parts of the colleges which are on 2 different sides of town. So we have the main site where everybody goes for a bunch of different things, or we have the performing arts site. So if you're doing music, photography, singing, acting, lighting, things like that. So there are 2 different things, and we have like rivals between the 2 sites, even though majority of the people I know are from the performing arts side. So yeah, there's 2 different ways, and you can get into any course that you would like. When I first went in, I was very skeptical because I'd never been to college. I always heard these things that, oh, you only went if you were dumb and things like that. So when I went in, the first impression that I had was, wow, this teacher knows what he's talking about. He wasn't afraid to explain things to me. He understood the different difficulties that I have. Sorry, I'm fiddling with this button. I can't get it to like go back on like the little thing. But he understood that I had the difficulties, but he still explained to me that I would still be able to do the course. I would just have to explain to him that I couldn't do certain things. Like if I did an activity, I would try it, but if I couldn't do it, I would just sit out and do some work. So he understood that straight away. He didn't give me ifs and ands or, oh, then this probably isn't the best course for you or anything. He helped me through it and made sure that I had a way of getting through the course with my hearing difficulty. So straight away that was a check for me. I was so happy because most teachers do not respond that way with me. Like if you do have a disability, a lot of people go like they recoil at first, but they finally realise. I've just realised my lights might be really, really off, so I'm really sorry. So yeah, that was a check straight away. And that was just me going in to see the different courses. Then the signing up process was great. I'm going to be honest, I didn't do well in my GCSEs. I regret not making notes from the beginning, because you need all of the revision notes that you can get. So I regret it, and I'm going to be honest, I only passed 2 of my GCSEs. I passed my maths and I passed my PE with an A star. So when I went in, I wanted to get into level 3 because I'd done level 2. I had done that and I'd finished it and I got an A star on it, so I didn't want to repeat it. So we went in and we explained to him that I hadn't passed the 5 GCSEs that you were meant to be able to get to go into a level 3 course, but we arranged with him. He gave me a piece of work that is like the level that I would have to work at. He gave me that, and 2 days later I handed it in and I just waited. That was the worst part. I had to wait. Then in a few days I got a letter saying that I could be accepted into this course. I have the capability for it and I show the passion to actually do it. Because most people, when they get told you can't do it, they don't fight for it. I fought for getting into that level 3 and I am so happy I did. Because the people in this course are so nice to me. They don't care that I can't hear them sometimes. They don't care if I can't do some of the activities. They just work around it with me. So I'm feeling very welcome into this course, and that's one thing I'd say with college is you go into a place that everybody has something in common. They all have like the same energy as you, or if you're feeling like a little bit down, you've always got people to pick you back up, or they carry on with you, they like push you through so you carry on with them. So I would say college is one of the best places and I'm so happy I've joined it. But when I got that letter saying that I could go into college, I was so happy. But now it came to going in and having like a trial day. So you don't have to go to these trial days, but I would recommend going if you are like nervous at going in, because you go in and you meet a few of the people that are going to be in the course. So when I went in, there was only a few of us. There was me, another girl and 2 guys. So when we got there, we like went around, we learnt the campus, and then we went to a squash court. And none of us had played squash before. I had played it with my mum, but not really properly. It was more like just messing around. But we had gone there and we were learning all the different things, and we had met the few people that were going to be in this course. We knew they were going to be in because they had the yes. So they had come and joined us, and I clicked really well with 2 of them so far. I was really, really happy. I actually got on with them and I just felt at ease. I didn't have to worry about not knowing anyone. I just went in and had a great time. And had a great time. So doing this, I would recommend going in for the trial days if you can. If you can't, yeah, that might put you, like, if you're shy or something, going in on the first day might be a little bit harder, but I guarantee you, you will be accepted straight away. So skipping this day, I learned that I was going to be in on the Monday and the Thursday. So I was so happy that I found out I was only in for 2 of the 5 days of the week. So then it came to the waiting process. I had to wait the entire summer holidays, but I was very lucky because I was able to do World Challenge and I was able to do NCS. I would recommend doing both of those if you can. NCS I think is just in the UK, but they do have an NCS like a world one, so I'd recommend doing NCS like so much. I really wish I could do it again, but it's only for like 15 to 17 year olds or something like that. So yeah, I'd recommend that, but I'm getting off topic. So I was lucky that I didn't have to just stay in my little town for the entire summer holidays and wait and get anxious about going to college. But I realised that when I went in on the first day, it was like going into a primary school. You did a bunch of games and you got to know people straight away. So one of them was you just got thrown into a group. You just got told, alright, you're in this group. And you got to know your group so well in those few like 5 minutes. Then you got told, alright, you have to go find these things. And we just got a list and we had to go around the entire campus looking for them. So just by doing that, I got on really well with the few people in my group. I'm going to tell you, like, there's this one girl that I've clicked with so well, and I'm not sure if she knows about this channel or not, but I clicked with her so well, and on that day, she told me that she was trying to get my attention and things, but I just stayed to myself and I was being really quiet, and like, if I don't know you're talking to me, I don't really hear you, so I don't acknowledge you, and I feel really rude when I do it. But she explained to me that day that she was trying to say hi to me and things, but I just ignored her. But we found that quite funny, and I've clicked with her so well. I'm so happy that she actually came up to me and talked to me, because I wouldn't have been able to do that. But yeah, on that day we just played a bunch of games, we didn't do anything serious, and we just got to know the people we were going to be with for the next 2 years. And we did get warned that if your attendance isn't going to be good, you'll be gone, but they give you like 5 warnings that you need to step up your game for your attendance, or if your work isn't going too well, they call you and ask you why your work isn't going too well, and they get you that extra help if you need. But another thing I learned with college, especially in the UK, going through schools and things, most of the schools just want the benefits. I know I'm going to get such bad responses with this, but most of the schools just use the benefits of having people who have a disability or a learning difficulty or something like that. And I do have ADHD, I have dyslexia, dyspraxia, and I have my hearing disability. So I was just thrown in the rough. So I got told, alright, my main issue was my hearing, so they would not test me for dyslexia, they just kept blaming it on my hearing, saying no, it's just a hearing, until I got fed up with it, really. So there always was an email going around my school saying Jane has a hearing disability, you need to make sure that she can hear you, and that just made me feel horrible. Yeah, the teacher knows that I've got the disability, but they don't need to keep asking me if I'm okay or if I can hear them and things. If I can't hear you, I'll tell you, and it's just making me feel really bad about myself. You having to stop the lesson to tell me that if I can't hear you, I have to repeat myself and things like that. So getting back onto the topic, going into college, I am so happy because I'm getting the help I need. If if the work is getting too much, I can go to one of the learning support people and talk to her, and she will help me go through my work and organise it and make a schedule for me to stick to, so I can get my work done and I can just finish it and get it done, and they actually help you with it. And then if the schools won't test you for dyslexia and you feel like you have it, or your parents feel like you have it, if you ask at your college, can I please have a dyslexia test, they will organise it for you. Even if they think you don't, they will organise it for you, you'll get it done, so you have the reassurance of knowing you've had this test done and you know if you have it or not. So I was really happy when I heard that I could find out if I had dyslexia and things, because I knew I had it, because I am horrible. I cannot read properly. Writing, I am horrible. My B's and D's get mixed up, my P's and Q's, a bunch of other letters. I just can't really write properly unless I have the momentum of going back and going through it and noticing it, but I normally have to have someone else with me with it. But that'll be a completely different story. So yeah, going into this college I was so happy because I clicked with everyone. Everyone was so inviting. College is one of the best places. I think all the atmospheres are great. Yeah, you have your little rivals between each group, but your group is going to be your group and you're going to get on with them because you're going to be spending a lot of time with them, because you're not hopping from classroom to classroom to classroom. You're with them for the day, basically. So I was super happy that I clicked with them, and there was hardly any girls in my course, but that didn't seem to faze us. All of the girls in this course came together, clicked, and we've talked pretty much every time we're in college. So I'm super happy about that. And if you're debating on going to college, I would recommend college so much. There are so many courses in college. You can talk to them about different needs that you have and how you learn. They let you take your own notes on your computer if you don't like writing. They cater to you. So I'm going to say go for college if you want to. If you're skeptical about it, don't believe people when they say it's only for dumb people, because someone in my course, he knows everything already, and he got A stars and everything in his GCSEs, but he still went to college. He didn't want to stick in sixth form. He went to college, and it's so fun with the people you meet. So I would say get to college. It's so much better than sixth form. I'd say getting to college, you'll know people, you get to meet new people that you haven't been stuck with for a bunch of years, and you'll click with them really well, I think. So that's going to be my rant video over. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys! Oh, I'm falling in love. You make me wanna shout, throw my hands up and shout, throw my head back and shout. Come on now, don't forget to say you will. Don't forget to say hey, hey, hey. have a plane going over today. Please tell me that was in focus!